Hi guys, this is Passy's World of ICT and welcome to part 2 of our Make the Horse Race in ActionScript 3 tutorial. Okay, where we got to in part 1 was that if we just run this movie now, I'll press Control Enter, is we have an opening screen here. There's a start button we can push. We push the start button and it goes to frame 2 where we're all set up to do our horse race. Alright, so frame 2's here. What we need to do is make sure on the timeline that we're actually clicked into that guy and not back on frame 1 or anything. We're in frame 2 of the main stage, not in the action script, not up there but here. Okay, now let's do File, Import, and Import to Library. And we'll just find our horse. We're after the grey horse, horse 6 PNG, so we'll bring that in. Just say OK on that screen and just say replace, because yeah, we were practicing this before. That wouldn't happen on yours with the replace. So there's our grey horse there. Now it's on a green background because we've actually got a green background behind here. Yours might be white when you make it, but don't worry about that. So we just click onto horse 6 here and bring him out onto the stage. Now we'll just use the arrow keys to position him. So he's there in his starting position and he's looking pretty good. Alright, down in the bottom left-hand corner here in the properties, here's a graphic at the moment. We need to make him into a movie clip, alright, so let's do that. We'll go Modify, Convert to Symbol, or you could just press F8. Make sure Movie Clip is marked here, and this guy's going to be called Horse 6, because that's the number on the horse. It's not that he's the 6th horse in the race or anything, but he's got a 6 on him down there in the photo. And we've made him a movie clip. Now down the left hand corner here, straight away in instance name, we're going to call him horse 6 underscore MC. And that way in the action script, alright, we'll be able to refer to horse 6 MC to get him moving along. Alright, that's all we need on the stage at the moment. So we're going up to the actions layer and we're clicking into frame 2. Remember here in frame 1, if we do window actions, we've already written some actions for that frame for the start button. Now you have to be very careful here because if you just press PF6 and copy the first one or do stuff, sometimes you can actually type over the action script in frame 1 and mess that all up. Now here, before you can enter anything in Flash, you need an empty frame to put it in, kind of like a box container. We need to go to Insert at the top here, Timeline, and put in a keyframe, one of these little round circle dudes. If you don't have him, you'll have all sorts of problems as well. Alright, next we go to Window, Actions, and we've got a blank action script page. Alright, now we've already written the action script in a text file, so we'll just go and get that here, and we'll explain to you what it does. Alright, first we have a stop. That's pretty standard at the start of your frame. Now we want to move horse 6 along automatically. So this stuff in here is just commentary because it's got the 2 slashes. The slashes down the, I think, right-hand bottom corner of your keyboard. And they're just comments there. We use an enter frame in the event, and in Flash that'll make the things start straight away, okay? And it keeps it going as well. Instead of using a timer to go tick, tick, tick and do the moving, we're just doing every time Flash loops around, enters a frame, it's going to move the horse. So we've written a little function here called horse 6 move. Alright, now what horse 6 move function is going to do is just Flash works off X and Y coordinates. So the X, as you should know from your maths, is the horizontal axis. So we want this horse to move horizontally in a straight line to the right. If we keep increasing its X coordinate each time there's a frame event from Flash, and down here we've got in that function horse 6 move, we have horse 6 movie clip. Onto its X coordinate add 4. Now Flash kind of does this all back to front, X plus equals 4, but what it means is that each time we enter frame, and remember Flash is just going to keep looping around enter frame, enter frame, enter frame, each time we do that we'll add 4 onto the horse's X coordinate, so it should be positioning itself 4 more units to the right each time. Alright, so let's grab all of that action script and just Control C, copy that, and we'll Control V, paste it here into our actions page. So that's in there. We can do the little X up the top and close that. And now we're ready to Control Enter, use Control and Enter, and test our little movie to see how it goes. Okay, Houston, we have a problem. Alright, this is a pretty typical sort of thing which will go wrong. It's just flicking between frame 1 and 2. When you come back to your Flash project, it'll have a message here. So we've got access of undefined property horse 6 move in line 9. Alright, so we go into our action script, have a look at line 9, horse 6, add event listener, horse 6 move. Well, that all seems okay, but hang on, look down here in the function. We've got horse move. Alright, so we did a typo, and we should have had horse 6 move. So Flash hasn't understood where horse 6 move is, can't find it, but if we change that to horse 6 move, well then the event listener should be able to find the function because they have the same names in the listener and the function, and we should be okay. So that's pretty typical of a Flash ActionScript error, and that's how you check it and fix it. And remember, it will give you some output here to give you a clue what's wrong. Alright, so let's try that again. Now it looks good. There's our first frame, which we built in part 1, the opening screen with the instructions and the start button. So we click on the start button. Hey, and Grey Boy's moving along. Look at horse number 6 go. Go, go, go. And he keeps going. In fact, he's going to go right off our screen there and disappear and never return. Alright, so the next thing is to work on making that horse not disappear. Okay, so that's our next step. Right, now how we're going to do that is we'll get onto the rectangle tool, and then with the colors, we don't want a pencil color down here at the bottom. We'll go no pencil color. And for our actual filling in of the rectangle, we're going to pick the color that's in this finish post over here on the finish post, this red. And just off the stage, we're drawing a little rectangle. All right, whoa. Okay, that's probably going to be big enough. Alright, we're going to have the horse bump into this rectangle, but first we need to get onto the black arrow tool, draw a square around that rectangle, and then go modify, convert to symbol, and we're going to make that into a movie clip. And a good name for it would be rectangle _ MC. It'd be good if I typed that properly, rectangle _ MC. Alright, straight away down in the instance name here at the bottom left hand corner of the screen, we're going to call that rectangle _ MC. Alright, and that's going to be its name. We can refer to it in ActionScript. Now the next step is to take that guy and to move him over here onto the finish post, and yeah, that's pretty good. So when you click off him, you can't even see he's there, right? But that rectangle is there. Now, next step is to write some action code so that when Grey Boy, the horse, comes along there, when the end of his kind of rectangle, because remember, he's just an object moving in Flash, when his head hits that red rectangle over there that we made, we're going to have a collision. Alright, and we can sense the collision in Flash between the two movie clips, and we can make it stop for a photo finish. Alright, so that's what the action script we're going to work on next. Alright then, let's look at getting this horse stopped. If we just click into that frame 2 actions and go window actions, at the moment we've got this move horse 6 along automatically and horse 6 keeps going forever. So we're just going to take out that code. So we're going to delete that whole bit. And we've got the new code written here. So what we're going to do is move it along till it hits that little red rectangle that we made on the finish post. Alright, so how this works is we have the event listener with the frame to automatically get it going, but instead of horse 6 move, which we've taken out now, we've got a different function called horse 6 hit. Alright, now this horse 6 function is immediately underneath here, and we have this if statement. If horse 6 hit test object, brackets rectangle, now that's Flash ActionScript coding. Hit test object is a Flash function All right, something built into Flash that enables you to check whether two movie clips have collided with each other. All right, if the horse has reached that finish post and hit that little red rectangle we drew onto that finish post. So we're saying here, if that's happened, has hit that, well, we actually want everything to stop. We want to do nothing. All right, so these little slash star here and star slash, they're comments. So that's just a comment. It's not actually an instruction to Flash to do nothing. It's just saying we're going to put nothing in here except a little comment, so Flash won't do anything. Then we put an else statement, which means that if it hasn't hit that rectangle yet, it's the else situation. So it's kind of like choice 1 and choice 2. Choice 2 is, hey, has the horse hit the rectangle? Okay, well, let's just not do anything now and stop this whole thing. Choice 2 is here at the else. And again, some comments by the star slash, then slash star, then a star slash. Move the horse along 4 pixels. How we do that is, as we saw when we wrote the move function before, horse 6 movie clip needs 4 added onto its x coordinate to get it moving to the right. Okay, so let's paste all this in. Control C out of here. We'll go into the action script and put it in for frame 2. So we've got our function there with the hit test to see whether the horse has hit that finish post. All right, so we will now just press F9 to try that. No, sorry, we'll now press Control and Enter to try that out and see how it works. All right, so here's our game. Let's click the start. Horse 6 is racing away there towards the finish line, and hopefully he's going to hit that little rectangle. Yep, there he did right there. Now notice the rectangle's not even near his head because he's moving kind of in a square. Think of him as a box there, and that box has hit our little box and stopped. So that is all working very nicely. Now the last thing we want to do, if we've got time, is where it says finish here, we want a message to appear that says winner. That's what happens in our finished game, the final game. So we need to make a box with a message written on it, winner, and we need to put it there, and that's what we're going to work on next. All right, so I'm going to get the rectangle tool. I'm going to have it gray, and I'm just going to draw a box here about the right size, and then I'm going to put some text on it that says winner using the text tool. All right, so I think we know how to do that sort of stuff. Oh, I better show you how to type that. So that we can have it going downwards, we're just going to use white. Let's use something formal like Arial black. All right, so you type your W in capitals, then you press enter to go down. You press I, then enter, N, enter, N, enter, E, enter, R, enter. That'll give you a downways kind of text box thing happening. So let's just move along with this. And okay, now I was going to make that text yellow. See if we can change that quickly. Yep, that's all right. Now we need to combine those things together. Remember in part 1 we had to do that with our message box for the instructions for the game. So we'll just do that, and what we'll do is remember modify and combine objects in union to join those guys together. Now something went wrong there with the text box. It's disappeared, so we'll just have to work on fixing that. Okay, that was a mistake to combine it, so I've just used Control Z to go backwards. I'm going to use the black arrow tool and highlight both of them again and go modify, convert to symbol. This one's going to be a movie clip. It's going to be called text MC, okay, because it's the writing text, and we're just going to say okay, and now we should be able to slide that guy over to there. All right, now we want to make him invisible when the game horse starts, and only make it appear when it reaches the finish line. Now I'm really running short of time here on this tutorial, but we'll see if we can just squeeze that in. Sorry guys, we ran out of time for the YouTube limit, but we'll continue this in part 3.